See, they're talking right now. We don't hear anything. So I don't think
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Reverend Kathy Mastriani, your producer of the day.
I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia, and I will do the readings today.
And our musical spiriteer is Paul Lansell. He's having troubles hearing us, but we can hear him, so we will carry him to do the music. And we appreciate him hanging in there with us.
Absolutely.
So would you do an opening prayer,
I would.
Reverend Valerie?
I would. So I just invite us all to take a nice deep cleansing breath and just let go of all the things that went on this morning and yesterday and just be present right here, right now. As we recognize there is one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence in, as, and through each one of us, in, as, and through this service as it unfolds in absolute perfection today, in, as, and through each person that is watching live, each person that watches later, and to everyone everywhere. We know that there is only one life, one power, one presence, and we know that this service unfolds in absolute perfection, and each person hears what is theirs to hear, and say in absolute gratitude, I release it, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is. Yay.
So
Purpose statement, if it comes up, fine, and otherwise I got it right here, I can just read it. Yay. The purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. So it is.
So it is.
And I guess I'm on to do the announcement, so I'll just hurry up and do that right now. Do I have announcements? Oh yeah, like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. You can go to contact us and add yourself to the email list. You can go to prayer request and request a prayer, and we'll pray on it all week. Today's title is Leave It Alone. And in order to donate to this center, if it's helping you at all, you can go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and just a little bit down on the page, there are just tons of ways to give. So you can use credit card, you can use PayPal, and anything you can think of, it's there. You can use it. Also, our address is right there. So if you're a person who sends checks, we take those too.
yeah,
And thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to hear some music from Paul Lansell. So
when it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. And everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this. When no one is in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When all the parts of the puzzle start to look like they fit. And my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need an answer, there'll be days like this. When you don't meet a chancer, there be days like this. When you don't get betrayed by that old Judas kiss. I must remember there be days like this. When everyone's up front and they're not playing tricks. When you don't have no freeloaders out to get their kicks. When it's nobody's business the way you want to live. Oh, my mama told me there'd be days like this. When no one steps on my dreams, there'll be days like this. People understand what I mean. There'll be days like this. When you ring out the changes of how everything is. Oh, my mama told me there'd be days like this. Well, my mama told me there'd be days like this. Days like this. Days like this.
Little did we know there would be days like this
Today.
today. Thank you, Paul. I know you can't hear us. How do you say thank you? And
Yeah, anyway,
oh boy. So one of our mottos is we may not be slick, but we're authentic.
we're having an authentic day.
We're having an anti-slick day. But we get to have fun. And here's Ernestina,
Doctor.
Dr. Ernestina. Take it away.
Okay, I guess it's my turn.
Mhm.
And Kathy, if you have the affirmations, we can start with the affirmations and then I'll go into the reading. Okay. Affirmations for the week of May 4th, 2025, written for us, all of us, by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. The presence of the divine is always present as my life.
The presence of the divine is always present as my life.
Nothing can damage the eternal perfection of my being.
Nothing can damage the eternal perfection of my being.
Gratitude is the soil from which all aspects of my life grow from.
Gratitude is the soil from which all aspects of my life grow from.
I consciously and considerately recognize God as everyone I meet.
I consciously and considerately recognize God as everyone I meet.
Each new day is the joyful prompt for my life to express fully.
Each new day is the joyful prompt for my life to express fully.
I celebrate the miraculous gift of all creation.
I celebrate the miraculous gift of all creation.
And together we say,
And
so
so
it is.
okay, thank you. And now we're going to, I'm going to do the reading. And the readings are selected for us by the Reverend Michael and Reverend Valerie. Okay, the reading today is from The Consciousness of Unity by Ernest Holmes, Monday, May 23rd, 1955 was when he wrote this. We know that consciousness starts by involution, and the consciousness of pure spirit impregnates everything. This is the principle of involution. It is hidden in all the things everywhere. It is unbroken and undivided and does not express itself in fragments, but in a totality. All of it is incarnated in everything, as far as its potential is concerned. In each thing, it must be incarnated as the idea and the potentiality of that thing in which it is incarnated. Invoking this involution, everything that is going to follow in the process of evolution. It is very important that we realize that already involved, incarnated, and encircled within us must be the potential of everything that we shall ever evolve into. In other words, it is certain that we will never become God, the absolute, and exhaust the potential possibility of our own evolution, because if we did and we were destined to be eternal, it would be an eternal hell. So, if that which is the cause of the potential possibility, that which is the absolute and the final and ultimate reality, is involved in us or incarnate in us, then there isn't just a part of it incarnated in us. All of it is there. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is. Good job, Ernestina. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we got to announce Paul.
Yes.
Yes, I have sound now. I think I'm back online and everything is just peachy. I want to know if you can hear the keyboard.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, great. Turn it right here. Okay. Well, my imaginary friends and those in the flesh, I'm going to do a song called Imaginating. My friend Craig Fisher is playing the keyboard on this, so take it away. When I'm surrounded by circumstance, I can find my own way out. I go for the exit. Here's the opening. I slip through. It's a third eye opener. I'm just inside a moment where there's no time to keep track of. I'm following the feeling, creative impulse. I am imaginating. I break face and smile and laugh out loud. For the inward passage to a hidden thrill found by keeping perfectly still. I am a mystery to me. No need to explain. I don't take me too personal. shadow crosses my mind, hoping to catch a ride on my train of thought. I stay still. I leave no tracks. Spend some quality time with myself. I love me more than I'll ever know. I look me in the eye. I'm just my type. I thank me. I thank me. I call on me. I have a friend in me. I have a friend in me. I have a friend in me.
Oh, wow. I love this new thing that you're doing.
Yeah, that was really, really powerful. I liked it a lot.
Oh, thank you.
And your friend's name is what?
My friend Craig Fisher over here, he's not on the camera, he plays the keyboard.
Well, thank him.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Thank you.
That's one of your poems, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think you've read that to us in past lives. So thank you. We look forward to your next creation because you're having a very creative morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm back online. I can hear you finally, and it's all good.
I felt like a goof going.
Well, I was sitting here thinking, oh, and then we're going to talk, and he's going to be just sitting there waiting for us to be done so we can sing again because he can't hear us. And this is great.
Oh, just one of the little ghosts in the machine here.
Well, what's incredible is that your first song kind of spilled out our morning.
That's good.
Yeah.
Timing.
Yes, so good.
All right, Paul, we'll be back to you.
All right.
Do our thing. So, why are we bouncing?
I don't know why we're bouncing.
What? Kathy, can you come in?
You bet.
Will you make sure everybody's out? Sometimes everybody's not out and then we bounce. I restarted everything and I got us plugged
It's
in.
okay.
Yep. Everyone is in half a second. When I get out, everyone should be completely out.
All right.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is tell everybody that the reason we weren't here. We're having a non-slick day.
We are having a non-slick day.
So this is off the cuff, but like I was saying, we have the reason we weren't here last Sunday is because we were at the grand opening of the Ernest Holmes archive,
Science Mind Art.
Science Minor Archive,
Still.
and the young lady who is the director of the archives is now producing this.
So say that way and I think we'll be okay. Just leave us small.
So anyway, what I'd like for you to do, Kathy, is tell us why what's important to you, why you took this job, and why it's so important to you.
Moved all the way to Missouri.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's the 100-year history of science of mind and Dr. Ernest Holmes that has changed and transformed and uplifted millions of lives over the 100 years he's been doing it. And it needed a home. It needed a new home. It needs to be brought out to the world right now. It's relevant to each person who's listening here, if recorded or not. It's if you've been drawn and attracted to Reverend Valerie and Reverend Michael and this teaching, the archives is for you. You know, it's original source documents of Ernest Holmes. It's our history. It's all of our history, our spiritual history. So it's just I'm just so grateful. It's changed my life. I'm just a joyous, happy. My world is just. You step through fear to faith, like coming from Colorado to Missouri, and I live in a beautiful place. I'm surrounded by lovely people. My life is good, and that's what this teaching can do for everyone. So thank you too for doing what you're doing and for coming to our grand opening. That was really
I'll
special.
talk a little bit about that. It was so wonderful. We're just so glad we went. Your new space is beautiful.
Tell them some of the things they can experience on the archives.
Well, it's on Unity Village's campus that Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, founded almost 100 years ago. And it's just gorgeous. It's spectacular. There's fountains. It's a spiritual oasis in the middle of Missouri. It's just like 15 minutes off of I-70. If you're going across the country, it's in the middle of the whole country. So it's kind of close to everything.
Kind of far.
Pardon? What? Oh,
Kind of far too.
It is a little far. That 9 hours from Denver, it kind of had a little bit. But you can feel we have personal belongings of Dr. Ernest Holmes. We have a 7,000 book metaphysical library and like a 2,000 book rare book room. We have archival items, original source things. But it's an energy, honestly. It can be a spiritual pilgrimage. It's an energy. It's a place where you can just commune and connect and feeling all of new thought. I've just had so many people walk in the door and just burst into tears because they just feel the love and they can just feel the wisdom. And it's a very special place.
So 2 things. The reading that we did was from a piece that you selected and gave to all the participants.
That's cool.
And what I'd like to know is, was this wasn't a writing of his, was this a talk of his? That was.
It's one of those treasures and mysteries we found in the archives. We found this big old stack of typewritten items, and I think even Reverend Valerie was helping to send them out. We were giving them as gifts when people would donate to the archives. We'd like to give people a gift. And I found these little treasures. I'm like, oh, this would be perfect for anyone who's going to come out and pilgrimage to our grand opening at Unity Village. And so
I had a personal miracle take place. As you can see, my voice isn't a singing voice anymore. And I in this thing that I call, by not giving it a name, Park in the Sun experience I'm having took my voice away. So I haven't sang in so long. But when I was on that campus, I was singing my regular voice. This is my new Park in the Sun voice.
wow.
So it was just such a thrill to be able to sing. You don't know how much that meant to me to have that experience of singing again. And I actually a couple of times sung harmony, which was higher, which is a tenor harmony.
Wow.
And it was just a joy. And I believe it's because of the 100 years of that campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's healing after healing after healing.
Yeah.
So it's an atmosphere of healing. So go to Missouri and visit Kathy. I'm sure she'll give you a tour because that's one of her joys.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. It really is. The Fillmores were about healing. Ernest Holmes was this whole teaching is about healing. And there's so many levels of healing, but then to experience it like you just did, just how profound, just brings you to tears, it's just, wow, it's a freedom. And yeah, definitely come visit. Come visit. Everyone is welcome.
Yes. So thank you. Thank you for showing up and producing our show. You're just one of our favorite people. And
Absolutely.
we love you. Just
So sweet.
admire you.
I was so grateful when I saw you two came out there. And I was right before the Sunday service. I'm like, I just wish I saw Michael and Valerie more. And then you appeared. And I'm like, well, that was good.
Like going from seeing each other every week to not at all.
Right. Oh, I know. So,
Like for 8 years and then nothing. So yeah, it was magical. It was wonderful. We're
Yes.
so glad we went.
well, and you were an important part of creating that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back to you shortly. So,
I think you're gonna have to make it small though.
so that's better.
Yeah, that is better.
Thank you, Kathy. Again, we're not slick. We're not perfect.
And everything that could happen is happening today. It's okay.
So leave it alone. You don't see the title, or do you?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh yeah, you can see that I chose not to do uppercase for leave and for loan, and I double uppercase it, and that was purposeful because I like to think of it as all that there is, all that it will be, and the leave alone is represents all of everything it's created. So it being God is the only creative source in the universe. It's what we create through, it's what's created through us. Because for me, it is all that there is. And it's called many different names, called Creator, Yahweh, Great Spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, there's only one of it.
There are 99 names for God.
99 names?
Mhm.
Did you look that up?
No, I used to have them, but I can't find them anymore. But yes, there are 99 names.
So just think of it.
And it's all the same thing.
And there's over 300 million people on this planet, and we all experience God in a different way, yet it's all one thing happening. How profound is that? Just to think that I'm having my own personal experience with God, but there's all these other beings having their own personal experience with God, no matter how it shows up. And we can tap into this wonderful, loving spirit and use it for good not only for ourselves, but for the world. So when I first came into this teaching, I was challenged by God being referred to as it. I mean, I had a really hard challenge by that. But on the other hand, I was having a hard time using the word God too, because I just experienced God in this world as wars, as people doing horrible things in the name of God. So God was not one of my favorite words for it. So here I was in this dilemma between it and God, and just realizing that I don't need to give it a name because it's nameless, because it's everything. So realize calling God as he or she wasn't making any sense either, because God is more than a gender, a sexual choice. God is. And we try to make God in our likeness and image. And that's not real either, because when we say God, he, we're leaving out most of the world, 51% of the world, because it is he, it is not really, it's more than that.
Right.
More than eyes can see, more than ears can hear. Yeah. Being non-slick, continue to be
What did
yeah. I don't know, maybe Mercury's in retro.
Well, there is a big storm coming in, and that does affect things. However, it is what it is.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All the time. So what was I? Oh yeah, I realized that calling God he or she was making God in our likeness and image. We were looking through God's eyes and not seeing what is, because when you think about all of creation, that what I see as God as planets, as trees, as stars, as empty space, that all of that creation is 0.0000 unto infinity percentage of what God is, because God creates, and you can't say that there's any percentage of itself that could ever come to anything other than that infinite percentage of God being created as things, as people. So knowing this, we can understand that God is in the visible and in the invisible. God is all that is animate and all that is inanimate. And all this that we see, we experience, is only infinite zeros, one. And it will never be any less anymore because it's infinite. So we are God. We are made in God's likeness and image. We know that it knows who we are because it is who we are. And this is reassuring because if you know that life as expressed as you, then and we are one with God, then we can get out of our way and allow God to make decisions for us, to guide us, to direct us, to maintain us, to sustain us. And there's a comfort in that. I can find a comfort in that because I don't have to do until I'm guided to do. I don't have to answer questions until I'm given the answers. I can just get out of my own way and allow God to guide me and direct me and to be me. So how are you doing yourself with this thing called it as God? Is it uncomfortable for you? Just think about it. Why would we call it God? When I was at that place where it was hard to express it as God because I felt it was sacrilegious. And it probably is if you're into religion, probably is sacrilegious. But we're a spiritual teaching, we're not a religion, although we have to be considered a religion according to law. But that's just to have our tax exempt state as a religion. but basically we're spiritual teaching, a way of changing your life and becoming more of yourself. So why is it usable as God? Because what I know God to be is a self-aware, intelligent light energy.
Mhm.
God is self-aware, intelligent light energy. So when you think God is all those things, then you can say it is, because it is self-aware, intelligent light energy. Or to put it in perspective, if you think about a boy or a girl, and one is feminine, one is masculine, all those together is we, and we are expressions of the one, because we are one with each other. I don't know, that may not help you seeing it as God, because I feel that if we are one with God, and you break it down, I am one with God, you are one with God, and it changes how we look at how we live, how we practice our spiritual practice. It all adds up to we are one.
When you said the boy and the girl, we're discovering that that's not so clear cut either.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember which native tribe it was. I'm thinking it was a Navajo, but I could be mistaken. They recognize 6 sexes.
6 cents.
6. And we think we have everything boiled down to 2, and we're finding that's just not true. And we're finding that people come into the world being who they are, and sometimes they don't identify with the body that they're in, and not. So we just need to get out of our own way and allow people to be people, and understand that we're all divine and we're all here for a purpose, and that purpose is in ourselves known to us, but I don't have to know what's going on with everybody else to be okay with them being themselves, however that shows up.
Yes.
And I certainly did grow up thinking that there were boys and girls, and then, gosh, I was probably 40 before I discovered there were other things. Very, very naive and protected. However, we can all expand to, there's so much more going on than we know, and we can allow it to be, and we can accept it, and we can accept each being here for a reason as who they are. And isn't that wonderful? And one's not less and one's not more, and we're all just made in the likeness and image of God. And isn't that fantastic? We come in different colors, we come in different sizes, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm. It's like a perfect portrait
Yes.
portrait of oneness. So if we accept God being it, being the is all and as all as our lives, then why not let it be and do through you?
Mm-hmm.
It is God as us. So why not let it be what your purpose is? You cannot outdo the one.
Well, can I read something from the?
Yeah.
I wrote this down from the Saner source book. I want you to know, I got the Saner source book from the Science of Mind archives, and you can get it too just by going to scienceofmindarchives.org, I think, but it could become. So this this is something that Ernest wrote, and it's not been published, but it's in the Saner. Good. Thank you, Kathy, Reverend Kathy. There are 2 fundamental truths that we can't get away from. There is nothing in the universe but action and reaction, and the polarity between these 2. The action is the spontaneous combustion of an infinite personalness which we do not comprehend, so we call God. The reaction is law, and there is not anything else, because all relationships and all creation are established by the polarity between the two.
Mhm.
That just kind of like knocks my socks off. It's so much bigger than we can think. It's it's bigger than we can think. It's more than we can think. And so for so for myself, I've realized that I don't have to have a definition, and I don't have to make it small enough for me to understand, or I can just allow it to be and understand that we live and move and have our being in that one power and that one source and that one life, and that each and every one of us, although we look like individuals, we're all one. We're all part of that one great thing, and we're actually one with everything. We're one with the trees and the plants and each other and the planet. And how great is that? It's just such a wonderful thing to realize that we're this little independent thing, and we're not. We're so connected and so one with each other. And I think once we realize that we're one with each other, we can stop trying to say this sex is good and that one isn't, or this color is good and that one isn't. It's all necessary. It's all important. We all have a reason for being here. Every tree is different, every plant is different, every person's different, and yet we're all one. And so being, who is it that said being for something and against nothing? That,
Becca,
well, how great is that? Let's be for life, and let's be for love, and let's be for peace, and let's be against nothing. Let's just be that light energy we came here to be. Let's just be that love that we came here to be. Let's just be that peace that we came here to be. And let's just open our hearts and open our eyes and open our minds to how wonderful that is. And we're even, I know Kathy's experiencing it too, but we're even enjoying, like, every day the plants are a little higher and the blooms come a little closer to coming out, and the irises are about to bloom, and what a wonderful, wonderful place that we live, and how great it is that we have the opportunity to evolve in these bodies with these minds and just be that perfect one that we came here to be, and embrace it all and love it all and be against nothing.
so here I want to leave this with you. We're all one with the same divine creator. We're always given we're always given what is ours to do,
Mhm.
how to do it, and when to take action. So leave it alone. Let it do your business. Let it answer your question.
Yeah.
Let it be. Don't try. You're not gonna outdo it. It is more powerful than anything we can think of. It knows what to do through us and always leads us to the perfect outcome.
Yes.
So with that, let us pray. Close your eyes and join me as we tap onto that spirit within each one of us, knowing that we are one, perfect, whole, and complete family, tribe, whatever you want to call it. We populate this world, and the world, like a mother, takes care of us. Just recognize this divine, perfect action taking place every day. Every day when the sun comes up, so much life taking place, so many things, so many people doing so many different things. 300 million people on this planet. It's just phenomenal. And it's so much more than anything we can imagine, anything that we think is true. We are, God is, and that's all it is. So knowing that I'm one with God, knowing that each and every individual that's listening to this service is one with God. Truly, everything in the universe is God. I can speak this word, declaring for each and every one of us perfect health, uplifting, purpose, beautiful, beauty all around us, beauty within us, joy, peace, harmony, freedom, power, clarity, unfolding in its glory as each and every one of us. And so I know that what we witness as bad, good, makes it dissipate and go into the nothingness from which it came. So I surround each and every person on this planet with love and light. And join me as we send out that love and light. And it heals places where there's conflict, heals places where there's drought, heals places where there's opportunities to bring forth peace. We can do this because we are. Because we are. I'm so grateful to know the truth, to know for each and every person who's tuned in to this service, that right where you are, the perfection of God is. I'm so grateful that I can see it, I can experience it, I can be it, and I can teach it. What a wonderful thing. So I bless you all on this for this next week, knowing that circumstances are presented to each and every person of what is next in their life to experience, to be. And I'm grateful, so very grateful, knowing that this word is complete and fulfilling itself and multiplying in purpose. I can now let go, let God, and simply let it be. And together we say,
And
so it is.
Looking for someone he played with long ago. He's flying his little spaceship around the room. The spirit of a child gets in. Mother is looking for her little girl, someone she played with long ago. She's hiding away in her little dollhouse. Only the spirit of a child gets in. Only the spirit of a child gets in. I put all my dreams in a treasure box. got so busy that I lost the key. Find some way to break those locks. But only the spirit of a child gets in. Only the spirit of a child gets in. Heaven is a place inside my heart, making a home just for me. Take all my troubles and I knock on the door, but only the spirit of a child gets in. Only the spirit of a child gets in. Only the spirit of a child gets in.
Hey.
Only the spirit of a child could run a service like this one's been run.
Some days are like that.
Yeah, just kind of crazy, jumping all over the place. But it's all good. So we get to experience how we can just treat anything that takes place in our life as purposeful.
Sure.
So thank you, Paul. And thank,
Yeah, that's, should we bring everybody back in?
we still have,
What?
that was our last song, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. We got just switch between treatment and music.
Well, but we changed that. You told me to put that stuff up there. So if you want another song, I don't.
Were you prepared to do another song, Paul? Can we bring Paul in? Were you prepared to do another song, Paul?
I am.
Okay. Well, we changed some things around, and I guess we have to go through it a little bit again. But we'd love to hear another song from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gone at last. The night was black, the road was icy, snow was falling and the drifts were high. I was weary from my driving, so I stopped to rest for a while. Sat down at a truck stop, I was thinking about my past. Had a long streak of that bad luck. Pray it's gone at last. 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 Had a long streak of that bad luck. Pray it's gone at last. I'm not dumb. I've kicked around some. I don't fall too easily. With that girl look so dejected, she just grabbed my sympathy. I said, sweet little girl, what's your problem? Why do you look so downcast? Headlong, streak of that bad luck. Hey, it's gone at last. 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 Headlong, streak of that bad luck. Hey, it's gone at last. Take one, Craig. Once in a while, from out of nowhere, you least expect it, and you're unprepared. Someone will come, lift you higher, and your burden will be shared. I do believe if I hadn't met you, I might still be sinking fast. You know, I had a long streak of that bad. Pray it's gone at last. 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 Had a long streak of that bad luck. I pray it's gone at last. Yes, I had a long streak of that bad luck. Well, I pray it's gone at last. All right.
Yeah. Gone at last.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody. Why don't you bring everybody forward?
Yay.
Yay. Well, it was an interesting day. We got through it, and we're thankful for the experience that we had, knowing that it is perfect, just the way it was.
Yeah.
And that's the way life is.
Is there a chat over there? So what we've been doing is doing the benediction and then just staying here because people can't seem to, I don't know, just seems to work better. And if there were people here, we do sometimes have people who come in after, but it looks like it's just us. So let's do a benediction and then we'll come back. And then you can sign us off and then we'll just stay here. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank Kathy again for just saying yes. We asked her to produce the show, and she does it so well. You're so intuitive with your the way you produce it. It's remarkable experience.
And she spent a good amount of time helping me get my side of things ready yesterday too. So it wasn't just today. She's been helpful for a while.
And Paul, can your friend poke his head in? Is there any way we can see him?
They want to see you on camera. Just come over here for a second.
Yeah, just come over here. We want to say hi. Hey.
Can we get full?
This is my friend Craig, who I've been lots and lots of gigs with.
Well, we appreciate you, Craig.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
thank
Thank you so
You're
much.
very talented, and you made for a wonderful time. The music was just awesome.
Yeah.
You got those twinkling fingers.
He does. He does.
So thank
He's
you.
got to take right off because he's got another gig coming right up in a little place in Conifer here. So
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Craig.
Thanks for having
And
me.
it was nice meeting you. We appreciate you.
Yes. So,
Let me do the benediction and we'll
Yeah.
get out of here.
Do it.
Okay, so closing your eyes, recapturing the spirit, yourself, and realizing that right where each one of us is God. And so very grateful for that understanding. So very grateful for this teaching. So very grateful for this man named Ernest Holmes and everything he's contributed. So grateful for Unity Village and all its wonderful healings that takes place. Grateful for everything. I can't think of anything that I'm not grateful for. And so blessing each and every person for tuning in and turning on to our service today. I say thank you,
thank you.
thank you, thank you. I let it be. Together we say,
And
and
so
so
it
it
is.
so it is.
And so if you close the service now, we'll all stay here and we'll just chat after.
Good plan.
Thank you.
All righty. And